Dr. Matthew Walker is one of the foremost sleep experts of our time. He's a professor of neuroscience and psychology at UC Berkeley and is the founder and director of the Center for Human Sleep Science. He authored the best-selling book, Why We Sleep, and has published over 100 articles on sleep medicine. But I want to share with you today why he actually might be making your sleep worse. This is Doron Lazarus, ordained rabbi, certified sleep science coach, and founder of Executive Sleep Consulting, where we help clients just like you from around the world cure their sleep issues once and for all and get the rest they need to thrive in life. If you're interested in learning more about sleep and getting insights and tips on how to have more energy, clarity, and health, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button right here to stay tuned for weekly videos to help take back the night. Now, the first thing I want to say is that I have nothing but respect for Matthew Walker. His knowledge about sleep science and his ability to relate this to the masses are extraordinary. But books like Dr. Walker's can actually lead to what I believe is one of the leading causes of insomnia, and that is sleep obsession. It's this paradoxical idea that the more we learn about sleep, the more we know how important it is and how vital it is to our well-being, how it affects memory, concentration, immunity, mood, energy levels, and how it's linked to short-term and long-term diseases, physical and mental, like Alzheimer's and dementia. You can actually start obsessing about sleep, spending your day and night wondering, are you getting enough sleep? How are you going to get to sleep tonight? If that sounds familiar, if you find that the more you read, the more you know, the more you obsess about sleep, please share your experiences in the comment section below. And Walker agrees that this is a negative byproduct of his book. Check out this clip.
To be truthful, I had to write the story that the science is describing. But I think some people found it so alarming, especially those people who are struggling with sleep, that it only made their cause worse.
Well, what do you do when your mind becomes fixated on sleep? And this is really a question that spills over to all of mental health in so many areas. Let's see what Dr. Walker says.
So I think the answer there is try not to worry too much. Understand that tonight may not be your night. And secondly, if you're lying in bed awake, don't stay in bed.
While I agree with those terms in general, for many of my clients, that's simply not enough. So much so that there is ironic reality that sleep experts actually develop insomnia themselves. They know too much, and listen here as Walker himself discusses his own struggle with insomnia.
And I have battled my own periods of insomnia in my life too. As a sleep researcher, you basically have become the Woody Allen neurotic of the sleep world. Because at that moment, I'm trying to fall asleep and I'm not. And I'm starting to think, okay, my dorsolateral prefrontal cortex is not shutting down. My noradrenaline is not ramping down. My sympathetic nervous system is not giving way to my parasympathetic. At that point, you are dead in the water for the next 2 hours and nothing is bringing you back.
Interesting. Imagine going to see a sleep specialist to cure your insomnia, and they're actually struggling with insomnia themselves. I'll tell you a secret. It happened to me once. I was lying there one night after dealing that day with an especially difficult client, and a thought popped into my head like a lightning bolt. Doron, what if you couldn't sleep just like your client? That thought etched itself in my mind and sent me down a rabbit hole of my own second bout with insomnia. I knew all the right things to do, but for me, it just wasn't working. A lot of my learning and development of my sleep coaching was born out of being my own guinea pig and having to dig a lot deeper than the conventional wisdom out there. I think a lot of my passion about becoming an RTT, rapid transformation therapist, and integrating that back into my sleep practice was really about gaining control of my own insomniac mind and helping others do the same. The anxiety of insomnia is incredibly powerful. And I personally found that the more passive approaches of monitoring, challenging, or diffusing from those thoughts simply wasn't enough. The good news is that your brain is incredibly powerful and open to change. If your brain created the issue, then it definitely has the power to fix it without the need of potions, pills, or medication. And if that sounds like you, if you're still struggling with sleep even after trying a lot of the traditional approaches, I'm going to include a link below for you to schedule a free sleep consultation with me, and we can speak about the best plan of action to be able to end this sleep anxiety once and for all. Go ahead and check out this video about an ICU nurse that I worked with and how she totally turned her life around after struggling with insomnia for years. And don't forget to subscribe to stay tuned for more helpful sleep videos. Stay tuned and sleep well.